but it's okay. Hello, Masters. Welcome. Welcome to Swadhyaya Challenge Season 2. So, after a little short break, we are back again with a great master, Harika from New Jersey. So, today we are going to, talk about a great book that can help all the spiritual seekers. So, I would let Harika to explain why she has taken that book. People who are joining new, we will start with 10 minutes of meditation just to connect with the author energies and also connect with the speaker energies, and then we will go into the summarization of the book. It depends on like how the speaker wants to take us. So welcome Harika. uh, it is so fortunate to have you. Actually, friends, I was little, was not ready to start this, but Harika was the one who proactively came up with a book, and she has been asking, "Hey, when do you want to start?" That gives a really great, kickstart. So a little brief about Harika. I know Harika from 2020. I think we both have started our spiritual journey together, where we did a lot of programs together, like Empire of Enlightenment, and then JTTP, all of inner journeys, I guess. So Harika lives in Hampton with her husband and two sons. She has been learning Carnatic classical music from the age of 6. Nadopasana was her primary mode of meditation until she came to know Anapanasati meditation. She's currently working as an employee for an IT company, and Harika is actively volunteering in spiritual programs and in guiding meditations conducted in New Jersey chapter since October 2020. She loves to organize 21-day beginners meditation and then 41 days beginner challenge, and is motivated to conceptualize creative workshop for kids. That's really great to know, like a focus on the kids. And kids, essentially the focus is on meditation and then the spirituality. Welcome Harika. My heartful gratitude coming to this platform and starting this wonderful book. Um, all is yours. You want to give a brief about what made you to choose this book, and take us to the 10 minutes or 15 minutes of meditation, and then jump into it.
Thank you so much, Pushpa. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. Really love you. Yes, we did a lot of programs together. We also for few days conducted, I think few months we conducted night meditations regularly in PSSM USA. So yes, friends, it's a very great journey. Since 2020, we have been learning so much and growing together. So this is the first time I'm taking up a Swadhyaya book club. Till now, I have not done anything. I read books. Uh, I used to read books when I was in college and school, but even when I was doing my MBA. But once I started with my meditation journey or with the family, it's pretty hard to sit and read a book. I don't find time, but still I try to do read books, but not as many as everyone else does. This book is a very interesting book. I heard from Srinivas Reddy sir. He suggested that this is going to, I mean, if you feel like you're stuck in your spiritual journey or in any of your in your life also, so reading this book is going to help. I that inspired me to buy that book, and I started reading that book. I did 3-4 chapters. Once I read it, then I realized, okay, this is not something that I'm just reading it. I need to practice. And I also got this message that we all have to practice because we are all going through the similar challenges right now. So Then I started reading. Then I realized that okay, let me do it. Let's read together. Let's practice together. There are so many concepts in that book that need to be practiced. So we'll understand each concept and then try to apply each week. This is what I felt like. There are few each chapter we are going to just read. We may not take much time. We can just they are very simple chapters. Some of them are like 1 page, 2 pages too. So we complete the soon. We discuss what it is for us, and then in the next one in the next 1 week we are going to practice it, and the next Sunday we are going to discuss how the experience was and continue. So this is a book club with practice. This is going to be um, another kind of a unified session for us. So before I start, let's just meditate for 10 minutes and then we will start. Thank you so much.
Will you play music, Harika, or you
Yeah,
want?
I'll share music. Let's get into meditation, friends. Please close your eyes, clasp your hands. Come into this moment. Your breath, my dear friends. Just be with your breath. Blessings of Brahmarshi Pitama Patriji, all the masters who are here to help us today. So I'll have this intention that whatever we are going to learn today, is for the highest purpose. And we are gaining from this is not only going to help us, but also to influence the collective consciousness. श्रीचक्रराज सिंहासनेश्वरे ललिताम्बिके चक्रराज सिंहासनेश्वरे श्रीललिताम्बिके भुवनेश्वरी आगमवेद कलामयरूपिणी आगमवेद कलामयरूपिणी अखिलचराचर जननी नारायणी नागकङ्कण नटराजमनोहरी ज्ञानविद्येश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी ज्ञानविद्येश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी श्रीचक्रराज सिंहासनेश्वरी श्रीललिताम्बिके। பலவிதமா பலவிதமாயோனை ஆடவும் பாடவும் பலவிதமாயோனை ஆடவும் பாடவும் பாடிக்கொண்டாடும் அன்பர் பதமலர் சூடவும் பாடி கொண்டாடும் நண்பர் பதமலர் சூடவும் உலக முழுந்தும் முன்னை அகமுற காணவும் ஒரு நிலை தருவாய் காஞ்சி காமேஸ்வரி ஒரு நிலை தருவாய் காஞ்சி காமேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்ஹாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகே அன்று தீரிந்த என்னை உத்தமனாக்கி வைத்தாய் உயரிய பெரியோருகள் ஊன்றிட கூட்டி வைத்தாய் ஒன்று தீரிந்த என்னை உத்தமனாக்கி வைத்தாய் உயரிய பெரியோருகள் உன்றிட கூட்டி வைத்தாய் நிலநெத்த துறந்தன் முன்னோ கொடுமை நீக சேத்தாய் நிழநெத்த துறந்த முன்னோ கொடுமை நீக்க சேத்தாய் நித்ய கல்யாணி பவானி பரமேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்ஹாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகே துன்பப்புடத்திலித்து தூயவனாக்கி வைத்தாய் துன்பப்புடத்திலித்து தூயவனாக்கி வைத்தாய் தொடர்ந்த முன்மாயனிக்கு பிறந்த பயனை தந்தாய் துறந்த முன்மாயனிக்கு பிறந்த பயனை தந்தாய் அன்பை புகட்டியுண்ட ஆடலை காச்சேதாய் அன்பை புடத்தேயுந்த ஆடலை காணச் செய்தாய் அடைக்கலம் நீயே அம்மா அடைக்கலம் நீயே அம்மா அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீ சக்கரராஜ சிம்ஹாசனேஸ்வரி ஸ்ரீலலிதாம்பிகே புவனேஸ்வரி ஆகமவேத கலாமய ரூபிணி அகில சராச்சர ஜனனி நாராயணி நாககங்கண நடராஜ மனோஹரி ஞான வித்யேஸ்வரி ராஜராஜேஸ்வரி ज्ञानविद्येश्वरी राजराजेश्वरी श्रीचक्रराज सिंहासनेश्वरी श्रीललिताम्बिके श्रीललिताम्बिके Slowly come back to your physical state, friends. Gently wiggle your toes and fingers. Touch your eyes with your palms. When you're ready, please open your eyes. Thank you so much, friends. Thank you for sharing your energies. So this is the book, The Contentment Dividend. Let me remove the... Okay, so if you can see, this is the book, The Contentment Dividend. It's written by Michael Goddard. The speciality about him, he's been in spirituality since his age of 12, and he wrote profound books. They're so great. When I read about him, I just realized very few people have let me stop this. So very few people have gone back to trace their past lives. Though most of them, lot of them, I mean, yes, we know few of our past lives, we have seen them, but not each and every past life. When I looked into his about his background, I just saw that he created a tracker. He traced back 4,153 past lives. And in each past life, he also did what was the purpose of that life, and what did he achieve. He also identified what are the significant lives that he has that helped him like to have a very significant growth in his spiritual journey. He also found out few lives where he did really so many things that he did some few things that took him down into his evolution. When I looked into that, I felt really I was in awe. Okay, I mean, could we do that? Could someone do that? And when I did some more research, I found that there is one more person. I don't remember the name. Who is that? But that's the only person who did this kind of a research in his past lives. There could be others that we don't know, but this is what is found in the literature. So he wrote this book. It's called Contentment Dividend. If you are not into financial services, or if you have never read through what it means, if you're not into stocks in stock market, dividend is the word that is used to so when we invest our money, so that's in the financial terms. Okay, so when we invest our money, basically that is nothing but, for us, it is the energy or it is our purpose, right? So when we invest our money in a company, the company is going to give us some fruits. They are called dividends. So the After 1 year or after 2 years, whoever has invested in the company as stocks, the organization gives them bonus, extra bonus basically. So the literal meaning of contentment is happiness and satisfaction. So where we are right now, we take this birth, we are seeking for the same thing, right? Happiness and satisfaction. We just want that. Our soul is yearning for that satisfaction. We search for things like what can I do to satisfy my soul? People at different levels seek different kinds of satisfaction. But at least who are in the spiritual journey, we know that this is what it is for us, right? We are searching for satisfaction. So it is written that there are these meditations for realizing your true self. That's what it is written. So I think we are all in search of the same thing. We want to know our true self. We are doing that by doing meditation, by reading books. What we are not, maybe we are doing, some of us are doing, but what we also have to focus on is the practice. What we have, how do we put the learnings into practice? So this is a small effort to do that. I'll just take you through author's notes. So he mentions that we have the power within us to liberate our soul from the mind's dominance. That is the purpose, that's all. What we are trying to do here is to liberate our soul from the mind's dominance, right? And ultimately consummate contentment. It is a state of happiness and the satisfaction. So by engaging in these meditations, is saying that we are going to navigate life's challenges. This is the practice that we are going to do, and we are accessing the wisdom of our higher mind and our soul's yearning to further our spiritual evolution. So before going down, he has this few questions, my dear friends. Maybe when you have some time, contemplate on these and try to answer these. What has my life meant to me thus far? When I read this, I didn't have an answer. But yes, but what Patriji taught us is there is no regret, right? So what my life has meant to me thus far, my life has given me so much of wisdom, so much of learning, so much of experience that I can look forward to what is there next, what is going to unfold next, right? So what is it meant for me thus far? And am I interested in evolving spiritually, and I embrace that? To what extent am I open to experiencing a revolution in the way I understand and relate my mind, soul, and journey through existence? So I'm sure we are all in this path. We are all trying to learn, unfold many things, right? How our mind and soul are related. We are doing regular practice. So honor that curiosity, and these meditations are going to help us practice. The first chapter, he says, talks about is the inescapable unknown. The names of the chapters are very weird. So they are like, why did the name come like this? Okay. And I was trying to understand what is he trying to tell us. Some things are like very weird. Constant conductor. Repetition of a signifier of a constant conductor. Awe. Your ether wings. They are very, like, they are not common. Whereas, why I understand that is because when we do 41 days, we have a lot, we pick up few subjects, right? We pick up forgiveness, we pick up self-love, So they are pretty common that we know. But the statements when he writes, I don't understand. Unless I go deep into what he's trying to say, I don't understand. So he says that this is the inescapable unknown. He talks about that. When I had to read this chapter 4 times to understand what he is trying to say. Of course, when I read, I understand, but what is the intention of the author? Okay, so he's saying that we all face it. Do we all face it? We don't face it. Unknown. He says that it is there every moment in our life, but we are so scared to face it. We just avoid it. Some of the things are very that we don't even choose, like walking in the middle of the night. We don't even choose to do that, right? So we may feel we, and when we are realizing that we are going to die, my dear friends, this is not knowing what is coming. This is such a profound statement that one realizing we are going to die. Do we all know, friends, how we are going to die? Are you prepared for it? No, right? So Patrisar also says that, right, when he spoke about the Marana Madhuram book. So he'll say that we have to know what it is beyond. We have to know that we are eternal, and when we are coming out of the body, how it feels like. If we only experience, then we don't have the fear. I can tell you as a mother how my first delivery is and how my second delivery is. The unknown, we don't know. We never experienced a delivery before. So the first delivery is always with fear. But the second one, we know how it is, right? So the second one is so easy. It's the same thing. But the problem is that we have probably died for, like, I don't know, 300 times, 400 times, or 1,000 times. But we don't remember that. So we have to, what he says is that when we let's not have that fear and avoid the unknown. He says that rather embrace the unknown and open it up, right? So he says that rather than embrace our fear of rather and so embrace our fear of the unknown and get to the nub of it, our mind will seek avoidance. I also remember one story from Osho. The first book, Osho, there is a book Osho wrote on fear. He will give an example of a traveler who is traveling in a mountain area, and when it gets dark, he is so scared, and he slips into a valley kind of a thing. He finds a tree or a branch, and he starts holding on to it. He did not know what is there below because it's dark, and he was scared to let it go. Though his hands are hurting, though the tree is moving, it's not so strong, he could not leave it. But once the sun came up, once there is light, and he woke up and saw that he is just a foot above the ground. Imagine what he would have let the hand go, let the tree go, and stop hanging it. He would have had a much more comfortable night staying on the ground. So that's what it is. If we open up and embrace the unknown, we don't know what it is, what's coming in. But okay, let me go see it. Let me see what happens. If you have to change a job, right? You are pushed into those circumstances to change a job. Are you ready? Are you still scared? You don't know how that organization is. You don't know how your team members are going to be. But are you ready to do that? Are you ready to embrace that unknown? Your kids are going to college. Are you ready to send them? Are you still holding them, asking them to stay where you are in the same state? Right? So you have to embrace the let go of that fear, friends. Okay, at any hint of confrontation with the unknown, we likely turn away to fill ourselves with what we know. This is what happens, right? What we know, people work familiar sensations, right? Even if he's saying like food, sex, music, games, shows, sleep, all this is so comfortable for us. It is much nicer to sleep and sleepwalk through the life than to face the unknown. So when I'm reading this, I was thinking like, what is my takeaway? What is it that I'm going to practice in the next 1 week? So when I read this, I felt like the decision that we take. So when he's saying this statement, right? At the hint of a confrontation with the unknown, we likely turn away. That is the key. That's where I want to have my awareness. When I am being confronted within myself, with my situation, or someone is asking me, it doesn't matter. When I am pushed to take a decision that involves so many unknown parameters, am I turning it away, finding a reason, or am I just accepting it, embracing it? That is the key. We all, of course, it's scared. If it's unknown, it's scared. We are jumping into things that we don't know. But are we ready to do it? Are we trusting ourselves? Are we trusting the nature to do this? Right? So he says that even planning for a trip, we to a place where we never have been, what we do? We look up, we book the tickets, we plan. Okay, morning I have to go there, evening I have to go there. You know what happens when I read this one statement? The planning for a trip, the travel, the new place to see, and the reliving of the trip conceals the unknown we keep at bay. What we are doing, I don't know if you call it manifestation, or if you call it, when we plan a trip, what we are doing, we are seeing the places already on the Google. We are okay, we book the tickets, that is fine. We also plan, okay, 9 o'clock I will be here, 10 o'clock I will be here, by 11 I have to go there. So I have already been to that place. Now I'm just taking my physical body there. I I planned everything before. And also, am I being in that moment? I don't know, because most of the time what happens when I'm planning the trip, I'm planning the timings, I'm running. Okay, I have to pack things, I have to pack food. I am going to that place. Maybe because of all these things I'm half an hour late. Would I really be in that moment? I don't know. But I'll be looking at the time. Okay, it's been like 2 hours. Let's go. We have to go to the next location, right? So there is we are not keeping ourselves open to that moment. We are not keeping ourselves open to that unknown that we are going to experience at that during that place. So this is also something that I was understanding. Why did he write a trip? Why did he write this? To begin to accept the unknown is to embrace life as it is now. So we are not in the now. Being present in the now the raw present, right? We're not being in the now. So there is a subtle difference between planning and living in the moment. After reading this chapter, I had this question. So does that mean I should not plan? Does that mean I should not have a proper schedule for myself and just allow whatever things happen to me? Then I found then I heard one of the senior masters from India, his experience sharing. He was telling about Patri sir. Patri sir used to plan for the day and plan for the week. Also, I think he used to have goals for the um, for a year or for the next 2 years. So, what is this confusion? Are we just should we not plan, or should we allow things to happen? So, when I heard his message, Patri sir used to write, it seems like, today, okay, today I'm going to do this, and this. And I end with watching a movie, going to a second show, something like that. And when he wrote that on a paper, I think it is Parinita Akka, she came out and said that, okay, if you don't follow this, I'm going to ask you again, like, you let me see how much you can follow. Then Patri sir mentioned that, see, I want to do these things today, but I don't know whether I will do in the same sequence or in a different sequence. I don't know whether I will be able to do everything or not. I don't want to push myself, overexert myself, but if I can't do some things today, I will move them to my tomorrow or the next day that is planned. Which makes sense, which is logical, right? So after listening to that, and he also that master also told us a story what happened that whole day and how the plan changed, how sir changed the plan, and at the end of the day sir was able to achieve all what he wanted to do. Then I understood, okay, it is important to have goals, it is important to have intentions, but it is not important to be like a machine and do whatever you're supposed to. Okay, like 9 to 9:30, if I'm planning to do something, I just have to do that and nothing else. No, it's not like that. It's important to have goals, it's important to have an intention, but you have to allow things to happen in their own way. They unfold in their own fashion that will keep our energy levels optimal. That's what I understood. So if you allow things to happen, if you allow your higher self to tell you, to your intuition to work, you will definitely do what you wanted to do, but you will do it in a manner where it is optimal, the energy is optimally used and you're not exhausted. And that's where we are getting stuck, and that's where we are feeling tired or feeling exhausted, and we are not, and we think that, oh, enough is enough, I am doing too much. The moment you get this I am doing too much in your head, that means that you are not using your energy efficiently. That means you are not allowing your intuition to work through the day. I hope I'm making sense when I'm talking this, friends. If you want to interrupt, please interrupt. Let's talk. Okay. So we may harbor ideas of what's coming, and these may provide an anticipation or anxiety. So, but these two remove us from being in the unknown. So the probabilities, the predictions, all those keep us away from embracing the unknown. So there is another there is another interpretation to this. So he also talks about news. He says that the news masquerades the unknown becoming known. Okay, this is the concept why a lot of us are still in the running in this material world, running in this 3D world. He says if you have ever studied the homepage of a newspaper, he says that you will realize that most of the articles are conjecture, they are opinions about what can happen, and they are not facts. So these are like certain gratification, and for some a feeling of safety and familiarity in keeping up with what's coming and what's happening. So there is something that is happening up, and in the news they only express the opinions but not whatever actually has happened, and we all know that, right? So here I'm going to tell you another part of it. This is very true. When I realized, when you watch news or when you watch a TV or a video, now it has become much more intense. Suppose there is a war going on in Ukraine. Okay, someone has taken a video of that situation and they have shared it to the media. It is not sure that the video is not morphed, um, or it is not sure that they understand what the situation is there. It is so intensified. If it's only 20%, it is being showed as 100%. So what we are trying to do there is that if like 10 million people watching the TV watched that episode or watched that particular situation with that 100% intensity, all 10 million of us have visualized it. So the collective consciousness has, even if it didn't happen, because of the 10 million people visualizing it with that emotion, it is manifesting. But for us, when we say that we are healing, uh, we are making, we are healing the earth, or I would say energies are coming in. When we say those things, we don't have we don't have a visual description that will hook all of us onto it. So I will imagine something, energies are coming in. So I will imagine the energies in a whirlpool of blue color light that is turning around Earth. But Pushpa can imagine something else. Pushpa can imagine a white light that is like just like a ball that is rolling round around. And Lakshmi will imagine something else. So what's happening here is that we are collectively, even if we are visualizing it, it's not manifesting at the rate at which the things that are not needed to be manifested. So I don't want to digress from the topic here, but what I'm trying to say is that the moment you read an opinion, 100,000 people read the opinion, it is becoming the reality, because all of our minds are thinking through it, and then the what we think is what is our reality, right? So we are manifesting it. That's what he's saying here. So we are not, there is no unknown anymore. It's becoming, it's already experienced. So be more watchful when you're reading news. Even if you're reading it, read it like a fact, but not with your emotion, and don't visualize it. So yeah, so this provides a sense of control, of grounding, a purported reality of knowing, all of which banishes the true unknown. So basically, this is what I was trying to say. There is no more unknown for us anymore. Yeah, he is also talking about old people. So they are much more open to unknown, it seems, because they don't know how they are going to die. So, who may allow themselves to dwell for a moment or longer on death, and they may realize that they really don't know what will lead up to it. Will you be immobilized by a stroke? Will dementia inexplorably make you lose your grip? So, we don't know, right? What is the. Those who believe in continuing consciousness after the cessation of this physical life may be attached to. He's also saying that, okay, now that we know, we know that we are going to continue our life, we will also visualize and imagine that um, we are going to meet some saint, or we are going to meet our family, or we are going to um, meet our God. For especially for Christianity, we know, right? It's going to be a judgment day, and we are going to be either sent to heaven or hell. So we are already trying to create something and visualize something, and it's already there for us. So even if because it's a mental mind, right? Even if we are dead, we come out of our body, we would still see what we have already thought about. So where is the unknown? Where are we exploring the things that we don't? It's continuously manifesting for us. That's what Patri sir says, right? You create your own reality. Even if you're dead, you're creating that reality. So that's the reason for Christians, when they experience near death experiences, they see God, they see Christ, they see heaven and hell, they see the judgment day. But for us it is different, because it's so ingrained. We know it, we have already visualized it, or it's already there in us. So how is the new reality coming in for us? So the truth is that the experiences that await you after your passing are still unknown. We don't know. Right? The unknown is the inescapable fact of existence unless you're omniscient. So if you're omniscient, you will know what's going to be there. Otherwise, no, we don't know. So we have to embrace it, let it happen, allow it to work through us. And when we are trying to anchor to the expectations or whatever is going to happen, it means that we are not living in the current moment. We are living in that reality. We are not living in now. So to detach mentally and strip away everything from your life is to begin to commune with the true self. Not the self that is defined by work or family, achievements or failures, favored recreations, but the self that can expand into ineffable knowing. We each have a self that is typically buried under the onrush of the day's demands and the lure of the night's escapes. Yeah, this is what I was trying to say. It's so busy doing, okay, doing. We have to do this, we have to do that. So it's very hard for us to cultivate the intuition. It's very hard. It needs a lot of practice and a repetition of practice. So the self of ours can be cultivated and can become known experience by experience. So we are habitually dominated by our demand. We are so habitually dominated by our demanding thoughts and urges that it remains elusive, the not known for us, right? But our true self is always waiting. So if we allow our end of the day, it's about again our higher self letting our higher self work through us. So you have to let that unknown, embrace the unknown, let that fear go, and stop our mind overtaking our soul. That is when we will be able to go to the next steps in our spiritual life, because we are not opening avenues. We have kept ourselves stuck. We have closed all the avenues to go to the next level because we are so doing in mind. So we are able to overcome few things at some point of time. Right now, if you are not moving ahead, if you feel you're stuck, that means that you're not opening new avenues. There are still in some areas we are using our mind and not our higher self. That's all for this first chapter, friends. So this week, let's get back to that. Let's go to those situations where we are being confronted with the unknown and we are turning it away. Let's try to find those moments, watchful of those moments in the next 1 week, and see if we are able to embrace the unknown, let go of the fear, and allow our higher self to work through us. And let's meet again in the next week with another chapter. Thank you so much for listening in. And I open up for questions and thoughts, and whatever your revelations are, please unmute and talk.
Thank you. It's wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, if anybody have questions or if you want a more elaboration on some of the topics has been covered, please go ahead and unmute yourself.
You can also share what you felt.
Okay. Looks like everybody is still in the process of taking inside. Yeah, Vijayalakshmi, Prabhakar.
Yeah, yeah. Thanks for the session. Actually, that's true, right? If we are fear of something, we won't, like, if there is some unknown, we won't even try it. But this discussion today, right? This lecture today on this chapter, like, makes me like, okay, Monday, let me try something, because we experience small things, even in the day-to-day life, at home or at work, right? Some of the things we don't try because we think we don't know, we are not fit for it or something. But this speech by ma'am, right, makes me like, Monday, let me try something, or start from today. Thanks a lot. Let me try that and update you in the next week.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, that's what is my intention. Let's practice it this week and see how it is going.
Uh, Thanks.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Vijayalakshmi.
Okay. Anyone else?
Okay.
Okay. So probably we can end this today's session. Thank you so much,
Yes.
Harika. It was really wonderful. I mean, each and every word you spoke, that I think we have to go back and listen to this session again, to understand the depth of each and every word or topic, like embracing the unknown.
Sorry.
So let us meet next week with chapter 2, Harika. Or you want to conclude? Thank you, Monica. Thank you for being in this session.
Yeah, thank you so much, Pushpa. Thank you, friends. Thank you for listening in. Hope you're able to take the content, take some time, and try to implement that at every moment, especially at work. I see that if you are supposed to take a decision, you will not take it because you're going into an unknown areas. Trust your guts, and go ahead and see, experience. It's all experiment, right? Experience. Fear of failure, main. Okay, fear of failure. What happens? Okay, if I take this decision, we all have that fear of failure. Okay, like that's okay. You can fail. We are okay to fail, right? We are here to experiment and experience. So it's okay to fail. It's okay to learn from it, and it's okay to. If you're not learning that, whatever um, whatever learning that you're supposed to go take, friends. So this is what something that I would tell you, like, don't separate your spiritual life to your work life. please don't separate your spiritual life and work life. Um, Whatever you are supposed to learn in this lifetime, you could also learn through your experiences at work. So don't separate it out. Don't expect that your learnings are only from your non-work life. So take the take up the unknowns and go ahead and be ready to fail, because universe is there to take care of you. Even if you fail, that means you're learning something. If you don't learn that particular thing through the situation that you have already chosen, then you have to relearn it either in the next life or with a worst situation. So rather allow it to let you allow it to happen and learn from it, rather than holding it and making it more worse. I hope you understood what I tried to tell. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for coming today. Thank you for sharing your energies. Yeah, let's all meet next week with another topic, another practice. Thank you, Pushpa. Thank you for the time. Thank you for letting me do this.
Thank you, Harika. So friends, let's do this. Let's take a small assignment, kind of like let's embrace. As Harika mentioned, it's okay to fail. What I would say is it is good to start something.
Yes.
So we cannot, be there at 100%. At least like a 10% is also something that I'm making a progress. So that's wonderful, Harika. Thank you so much. Very nice to hear, and thank you for introducing that book and how the reference came from. So yeah, thank you, friends. Let's meet next week again in the same time. Thank you, Harindra Garu. Thank you, everyone, for bringing your energies here, and which lets us to move forward, taking 100 more steps towards the Swadhyaya challenge. I know it's very happy and blissful to do meditate, but when it comes to the book reading, it is. I'm also a person that I very hard to read a book, but taking inspiration from all of the